Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I, the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful Rabbit Hole Lore and Fray, and the upcoming Jaw of the Dragon. We have seen over the past couple of days outlets like Digital Foundry and Review Tech USA backpedaling and trying to say that the Switch Pro was canceled in order to talk about the new upcoming super powerful Nintendo hardware, the Nintendo Super NX, or whatever they're going to call it. We have seen this cycle play out several times already. Over the past couple of years, we've seen these people, these specific YouTube channels come out, make ludicrous claims about upcoming Nintendo hardware, and then when those claims are disproven, they backpedal and say that, like, oh, Nintendo couldn't do it, or it was canceled, or there was a chip shortage, or they make all sorts of excuses and then move on to the next thing. And right now, we're seeing this happen with like the Switch Pro rumors, in which the Switch Pro, which was definitely going to happen. We've seen like which that was sarcastic, by the way. It was never going to happen. The Switch Pro rumors were circulating since like 2017, at the latest, right? But seeing like these guys were insistent that the Switch Pro was real, that it was coming out, that it was going to be a big deal, and now they're backpedaling and saying it was canceled because like, ooh, they're just going to make a new piece of hardware. It's ridiculous. We've seen this happen like time and time again with these products. Remember Pokemon Stars? Remember like Star Fox Grand Prix? Remember remember all of this stuff? It's not exactly hard to trick YouTubers into presenting a narrative that's not actually real, right? Like I remember Wii HD, like remember remember all that? Like there are just so many examples of like these fake Nintendo rumors like getting a bunch of traction and then being completely disproven. I wonder how much these rumors are going to get, how much attention these rumors are going to get. Because I feel like ever since the collapse of NeoGAF, specifically, without like a group of people to like disseminate this information and like present it as if it's like, objectively correct and like reliable, like you basically just have a bunch of nobody YouTubers coming out and making all these ludicrous claims that are disproven 3 years later, right? Like with considerably little effort, I was able to find and share a video of Digital Foundry claiming the Switch Pro would be coming very soon, like 3 years ago, right? Where they claimed the Switch Pro was coming soon. And now we're seeing the same thing with like the next generation of Nintendo hardware. So, yeah, these guys aren't journalists, okay? They aren't even really critics. They aren't like analysts. They don't have any credibility. They don't have any like real talent. Essentially what they're doing is just making stuff up for clicks and attention and clout, is what we're seeing here. And I feel like it's gone on for so long that these people can't possibly maintain this forever. I think certain individuals involved, people like Emily Rogers, people like Liam Robertson, Review Tech USA, the Digital Foundry guys, like these people have so much baggage. And like if you know these guys by name, you know that they have a long history of making stuff up and presenting narratives in order to like push an agenda on the people, in order to like get the fan base riled up and to get them like complaining about certain things or what have you. I think that that's the case here, is what we're seeing, is that we are seeing people trying desperately to dismantle the Switch's success. And they're going to throw everything at the wall at it. Like, you have YouTubers making videos saying that the Switch is tired, that it's old, that it's outdated, that it's archaic, that it can't compete with modern hardware, that it needs to be replaced now. And then you have these people coming out of nowhere saying that, like, Nintendo, they're aware of these problems. They're very real. They're going to release a new piece of hardware to compensate for that. When in reality, Switch is dominating. Like, I don't think YouTubers really properly comprehend just how badly Switch is stomping the competition right now. Like, I genuinely don't think PlayStation and Xbox are going to stay relevant in the foreseeable future. Like, I don't think Xbox is going to be a console 10 years from now. Like, hopefully PlayStation, like, completely fades away into, like, oblivion. But, like, Xbox specifically, I think, will be primarily a streaming service going forward. I don't like how Nintendo has quite quite honestly won the console war at this stage, but people are still like refusing to admit it. You know, like we're still stuck in this like narrative where Nintendo just is just creatively bankrupt and like they're anti-consumer and they're doing this and they're doing that, when in reality it's just not true at all. Honestly, we I felt that way for a very 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 long time, but I think we're at the point now where it's becoming like it's these people have become delusional in their allegations, in their beliefs, in their attitudes regarding Nintendo and their hardware and just what we can expect from them from the future. Like it's weird how much in lockstep they are. It's weird how they all believe the same things and push the same narratives even though they aren't true at all. It's entirely to give themselves more credibility and to try and present themselves as like knowing more about Nintendo and its inner workings than they actually do. I I have been disgusted with YouTubers for a long time. I have felt this way since the Wii U era, and since like I was again the reason I was so angry about the Wii U narrative is that like I actually believed a lot of the allegations against the Wii U. I actually thought that people were underwhelmed by it. I thought it was genuine, and then when I actually got one, only for Zelda, that was the only reason I got it, for like the new upcoming Zelda that we already knew was coming. I I was shocked with how much I loved the Wii U as the console, and now looking back on it, it probably is one of my favorite pieces of Nintendo hardware. Certainly, I think at this stage, my best emulation machine. Best, it has my best lineup of of games I didn't own growing up. Stuff like Wario. Well, I owned Wario Land 4. Stuff like Metroid Fusion. Stuff like a Wario Land 4, which I lost as a kid. Stuff like Advance Wars. Like there were so many like titles from previous Nintendo consoles that were released on Wii U that like people didn't pay any attention to or care about. It was it was weird seeing people try to pretend that like the virtual console on Wii U was like a bad deal or something. And like now we're seeing people try to say that like the virtual console is better than Nintendo Switch Online, when that isn't the case either. It's interesting to see how these people pivot. It's like no matter what Nintendo tries to do with their services, with their hardware, with their business, these people will always find some reason to complain. It doesn't matter how many games come out. Oh, there's nothing I'm interested in. Like it doesn't matter what games get made. Oh, I'm only interested in Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Metroid. Okay, maybe I'll make another video about that. But I I feel as if no matter what happens, these YouTubers will always be anti Nintendo because that's where the money is. Like Nintendo fans aren't watching YouTube videos; they're playing their games. Like right now, like what I'm doing, I'm playing like Ogre Battles, March of the Black Queen on Super Nintendo, like an extremely niche, like obscure strategy game from like the '90s, right? I'm playing Soul Blazer, I'm playing Robo Trek, I'm playing like Illusion of Gaia. Games that like a lot of people don't really talk about all that much, but have like a dedicated cult following, have a lot of respect in the community. Like that's what being a gamer is actually about. Like finding and enjoying obscure gems. It's not like sitting on a it's not going on the internet and like bitching about how 13 Sentinels is woke or whatever, or like pretending that Nintendo is going bankrupt. That's not. No, you're not a gamer. If like your biggest exclusive is YouTube, like you're not a PC gamer. Okay, you're not. You're not like relevant in any way, shape, or form. I feel like this can't possibly continue. I think these people are going to continue losing more and more credibility. I think they're going to lose more and more control of the narrative, and I think more and more gamers are going to just buy, play, and enjoy every new Nintendo game that comes out, regardless of what YouTube says about Nintendo's newest products.